Dating nowadays is, alright, I'll just come out and say it. Dating nowadays is straight up just weird. People rarely meet in person anymore, and a large portion of connections are made online. And even though connections are being made, they aren't lasting. Because of this, it's almost like dating is getting harder and harder as time goes on. You know what I mean. In a culture where it's normal to just ghost people and disappear, and in a society with the attention span of squirrels, finding a partner can honestly be frustrating. But don't worry, because in this video, I'll be showing you how you can get a girlfriend in 2024 despite all of that. So whether you're looking for a relationship, you're looking for advice, or you're just looking, I'll be giving you a surefire way to bag yourself a girlfriend in this modern age. I'm gonna be honest with you. There's only two ways in this modern age that you could possibly get a girlfriend, and that's either in person or online. And I'm actually gonna be showing you how you can do both. The first step to getting yourself a girlfriend is to get off of dating apps. That shit don't work. Because of what feels like an endless amount of dating apps, our options are seemingly infinite. And with so many options, you begin to join into something called swipe culture. This is where you can accept or reject potential partners with a single swipe. Before even getting to know a person, before uttering a word. Do you know how crazy that sounds? It's good to have options, but it's bad to have too many. And with so many options, whenever you find a difficulty or something you dislike about a person, instead of trying to talk it out or work through it, it's common to simply ghost them and move on to the next. This is why modern day dating is so hard. No one truly puts the effort into keeping something together or making it last long term. Because why would they, when you don't have to? Your worth, how charming you are, and whether or not a person is truly attracted to you or not isn't measured by a few pictures and a bio on some random app. Believe it or not, your chances of charming a person dramatically goes up when it's an in-person interaction. On top of all of that, though not impossible, if you plan on finding a long-term partner or even a wife, the quality of women on these apps isn't what you'd call the best. It's a commonly known fact that men get very little matches compared to women, even if your looks are above average. Studies show that in 2024, men on Tinder have a 2.5% chance of getting a match. Yeah, and that's out of 100, with men averaging around one match out of every 40 people they liked, and women on average getting one match out of every 2 likes. That's a harsh reminder of the reality of dating apps. Though it's not impossible, but finding a girlfriend on a dating app isn't at all easy. It's like playing the lottery, and you know not everyone can win. This is why I highly suggest steering away from corny dating apps. Here's what you can do instead. Step 1. Online dating. To find a girlfriend online, instead of turning to dating apps that don't work well, try social media. Apps like Instagram, Facebook, and even Twitter are all way better options for meeting someone and finding yourself a girlfriend. This is because apps like these allow you to show way more of your personality and more accurately express yourself, making your chances of connecting with somebody significantly greater. But you can't have a profile that looks like this and have a username like this and expect women to respond. Yeah, this ain't it, buddy. Rather than an anime PFP and this username, try something like this. A profile like this is much better. It shows off your character and your personality. You want to create something aesthetic with an interesting bio. Next, of course, you have to have great pictures. Don't just spam bad selfies of yourself, or have no pictures on your profile at all. You want a profile that has at least 6 pictures on it, an interesting bio, and a good username. Take a variety of good aesthetic pictures that don't just show you off, but your lifestyle, your interests, and even your hobbies. You can even start adding things like story highlights and notes on your page. Whether you're going for a dark, mysterious type of vibe, or a more fun, silly one, having a profile that's aesthetically pleasing and that actually has good photos on it is a huge plus. Lastly, it's super important to be consistent. You want to update your pictures on a consistent basis, make stories, and just overall be active. Make sure to show interest, like, comment, and engage with the content of the person you're interested in. Then, after all of this, you're finally ready to make your move. By being more prominent and engaging with the person that you're interested in, when you finally do DM them, they'll already be familiar with who you are. By not just suddenly popping up in her messages with some corny pickup line, and slowly easing your way into them by familiarizing yourself with her, this will make your chances of getting a reply significantly greater, because you'll have the advantage of not being a complete stranger. And with some time and a little finesse, I'm confident that you can bag yourself a girlfriend. Step 2. In-person dating. Now, this is the very best possible way to find yourself a girlfriend. This also has the highest success rate, and you can pair this step with step 1. Finding a partner in person is significantly easier and way more reliable than finding one online. I say this because you can be face to face and see how that person acts and reacts. You can get a better understanding for another person's personality, their tendencies, and even feel their energy. These are all super important parts when it comes to deciding whether or not you like a person. While you could have tried to match with a person on a dating app and they swiped no on you, that same individual who swiped left could meet you in person and completely have a different outlook. Furthermore, someone could claim that they don't like you, and if given enough time, they could find themselves infatuated with you. This is the power of trying to make connections in person, and this is why you have such greater odds. But that doesn't mean just walk up to anybody and ask them, "Will you go out with me?" You have to be more strategic than that. If you want to successfully get a girlfriend, you first need to be able to show up somewhere consistently. Great places to find one are at school, at work, through friend groups, or anywhere you can show up consistently. You may not realize this, but just due to proximity and accessibility, a lot of people tend to choose their partners wherever they find they consistently show up. Think about it. When was the last time you liked somebody or had a crush? More than likely, you had a crush on that person because you would consistently see them. Now that you understand just how important it is to be in areas you have to consistently show up to, it's now time to make your move. Start off by just being friendly. Be yourself and make yourself known. At this phase, you don't want to be too forward. Make sure to say hello and greet her every time you see her. Have a small and short conversation with her. Get to know her interests, her hobbies, and a little more about her. After a little time passes, it's then time for phase 2. Start to talk to her more often. Engage and interact with her hobbies. Get her social media information, message her directly, and start talking outside of wherever you guys first met. Get closer to her and keep being consistent. And then eventually ask to hang out with her outside of work or school. At this point, you basically got this in the bag. You've now strategically placed yourself in a position to be the most prevalent guy in her life. And all that's left is to pop the question. Doing things this way almost guarantees your chances of success and isn't too upfront or direct. This won't scare her away. By using one or both of these methods, I'm positive you'll find a partner and be able to get yourself a girlfriend in no time. If you enjoyed the video or found it helpful at all, go ahead and hit the like button. If you haven't already, what are you waiting for? Subscribe and turn on post notifications so that you can continue to see our videos and get your weekly dose of betterness. And if you super enjoyed the video, leave a super thanks. It's like leaving a little tip and it directly helps out the channel. And remember, with every one of our videos you watch, you take one step closer to becoming an even better version of yourself. Thank you so much for watching, and until next time, stay smooth like butter.